Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first video. I'm gonna try to play this video game called Agatha Christie Hercule Poirot, The London Case. So without being said, let's do this. This game will automatically save that at the various, so we're gonna try a new game. Prologue. The ship. Detective Hercule Poirot leaves the shore of Belgium on a new assignment bound for London. Alright, this is the prologue. So this video is gonna be 1 hour long, I guess. The first gameplay. I'm gonna see how things gonna go.
Detective Hercule Poirot? Ah, Chief Commissioner. On the contrary, it is a most convenient time. The safe passage of a painting? Tell me everything.
Gonna skip the intro.
Man was meant to travel the oceans in such conditions. He would surely have been given his own fins. A distraction is what one needs. Where is that blasted contact? How is one to prepare for an assignment if one does not have all of the required information? Very well. I shall wait no longer.
Beautiful, isn't she?
Pardon, monsieur?
The open water. There really is nothing quite like her.
When one suffers from the mal de mer, the beauty, as you say, is rather more abandoned.
Forgive me, I just can't imagine being scared of the ocean in this day and age. The potential to see the world is open to even the ordinary man like us.
I can assure you, monsieur, it is not a matter of being scared. And as for ordinary...
I didn't mean to offend, mister.
I am...
Forgive me, maman.
No harm done. Accidents happen. My cigarette case, where is it?
I didn't see.
You thought I wouldn't notice? A young lady traveling alone. An easy target for you, I bet.
I'm sure the young lady would appreciate the help of two handsome strangers.
So this is the prologue, the ship. Called the ship. I guess we're gonna find out who stole the cigarettes. Use Ale to explore the scene. Try finding the missing cigarettes case. Alright. So what do we have here? A book. Poirot. His name is Poirot. Hercule Poirot is French detective. Reading an excellent way to distract oneself from the surrounding ocean. Accompanied. Oh shit, my English is not that good. Accompanied with tea. However, I cannot agree with their choice of beverage. Alright, so we've been testing. What is this? A known item.
Aha.
Some objects can be viewed in more detail. Try and find all points of interest on this object. Alright, this is... what is this? Alcohol, I guess? Cigarette case. We found it. So I can't open it, or what? Zoom in, zoom out. Alright, let's put it. What? Must do something or what? Alright. Walk 2, the mechanism used to open the case. What else? An unknown family crest, the lion traditionally associated with courage, nobility, and the British. Alright, thanks for the information. What do we have again? Against the background. Dated 1855. It's old, but it's a near perfect condition. Alright, I guess it's all. Item added to inventory. Alright, thank you. What do we have else? This is the inventory, I guess? Yes. Alright. Return the cigarette case to the passenger's suitcase. Where is she? She's not here. There she is. What is this? Telescope. Interact.
Ah.
A well-crafted brass telescope for viewing the open ocean and stars above. Alright. So here we are.
How could a porter be so clumsy? Let's give her a hand.
Okay. Where is she? Interact, use. Alright, select.
The young lady should not be left to gather her own things. You are returning home?
I am. But how did you know that?
What is this? Select the correct answer to progress. Much like your investigations, you may need to keep searching for clue before you can solve this fully. Crimson hair, lion emblem, date. I don't know. How do you know I'm returning home? I have no idea. I need to guess to keep searching. Let's see the crimson hair. That is not right. Come on now. Concentrate. What should I do, man? Lion's emblem? Where's the lion emblem? I guess yes, in the cigarette case.
Besides your educated accent, the crest that adorns your cigarette case, it is of British origin.
Very observant. It's the crest of my family, and the case belonged to my mother. I take it Miss Florence Farquhar, a pledge.
The pleasure is ours.
Alright.
That looks like everything.
Is this what you're...
It is!
Miss Babanya.
Anastasia.
It was my grand...
Well, that's everything.
I'd be happy to escort you. Here, I'll take your bag.
Oh, yes. Okay, Anastasia.
That would be lovely.
And you.
Detective?
I didn't.
I never met...
Alright. What now? Eastern European accent. Anastasia related to ancestors strike inducing? There is no... Of course, I know it. I know it.
One did not have to. Anastasia, of Russian origin meaning resurrection.
And here was me thinking I was special.
Your knowledge of my heritage.
And I'll take that as my cue to leave. Good evening.
It seems it's just us remaining.
I would very much like to hear stories from your homeland.
As charming as that...
Then I
Alright, I guess we finished the prologue, right? Or do we still? I'm gonna change the microphone. I'm gonna move it right here. Guys.
As much as I enjoyed the delights of the restaurant, I still found my mind drifting back to... I have spent the first part of this excursion neglecting my duties. It's time to retrieve my notebook from the safe and begin.
Alright.
The combination was not...
The combination 0. Unlock the safe. Alright. 0000.
Come now, little grey cells. The Battle of Waterloo took place in 1815.
1815. So that's the code, I guess. How can I move it? Reset. Alright. No. Oh, 18, 15. 50 or 15? I didn't hear it. I guess it's 50, right?
Come now, little grey
Oh
cells.
shit.
The Battle of
Oh,
Waterloo.
15. My bad, my bad. 18 and 15. So 1-5. There you go.
Et voilà.
And voila. Time to what? Somebody died.
One cannot ignore such a blood-curdling...
My mother's cigarette case. It's gone.
Oh, fuck
How
off,
could
you and your
somebody do
fucking
this?
cigarette case. I'm not gonna keep finding them for you every time.
Mademoiselle, I ask that you take a moment to cup.
You're a detective. Of course. What?
As luck would have it, one of Belgium's now I
It's not
require
French,
as many
it's
details of
Belgium.
the crime as you can offer.
I came to my cabin and began unpacking. I couldn't get the safe working, but the gentleman that helped me with my luck. Afterwards, I went for a brief walk, and when I returned, the safe was open, and my cigarette case was gone.
Good.
We must consider the suspect list.
These-
Those who were aware of the cigarette cases
That can only be those who were up on the deck when my luggage spilled.
and your helpful strain.
Yes, of course.
I ask that you gather them for me. And while you are absent, I shall begin my investigation in here.
Whatever you need to do to find it.
Alright. New mind map unlocked. Who stole Florence cigarettes case? Alright. We're gonna... Whenever Poirot uncover an interesting area of investigation, a mind map is launched. Here you can see all of the evidence related to your very first investigation. Using L left stick to move your cursor. Try highlighting each piece of evidence to see Poirot. Why do I always wrong his name? To see Poirot interpretation of them. Alright, so this is Florence. Key room. Mademoiselle was alone in her cabin. Alright. Know the safe combination code, so she knows all that. Alright. Where am I? There you go. Explore the cabin for more clue. You can use L and right to rotate the camera. Whenever you are exploring indoor space, some clue may be easier to spot from certain angles. Alright. There you go.
Aha.
The door remains open and the content missing. There are no clear or obvious signs that the safe has been tampered with. The thief must have found another way in. Or maybe she's just dumb enough She's just making this. If the thief left any sign of accessing the safe, perhaps a fingerprint on the tail will be it. Guess it's enough? Nope. What about this? What? There you go. This must have only become obvious once the safe was moved. Perhaps the cleaner should reassess their standards. Alright.
Mademoiselle, I thought you would be returning with the gentleman also.
The gentleman wanted to speak to the porter alone first.
I was unaware he is also a detective.
He's not a policeman. He works in
It appears I shall be spending my time.
Mademoiselle, I would like to start with who had access to...
No one. It was in a sealed envelope that was waiting for me when I arrived. I memorized it and threw the paper overboard. 4385. It's really not that difficult to remember.
A similar envelope was waiting for me upon my arrival. The date of the Battle of Waterloo, as I recall. Every safe, although identical, must have a different
After the gentleman helped me with the safe, he left.
If the mysterious gentleman is behind the theft, he went to great lengths to hide his fingerprints, but did little to hide his movements in Mademoiselle Farquhar. There are many questions that require answers. Answers I believe he may hold.
New mind map unlocked. What is it? Investigating a thief was one of the last things I expected for my journey to London. But as an officer of the law, it is my duty to find who could have stolen Mademoiselle Farquhar cigarette case, and why. What a fucking name she has. Anyway, let's see. Alright, I'm not gonna read all that again. For sure.
Another success.
Given the state of the safe, I assume that the thief simply entered the code and took the content. Alright, what do we have else here? Oh my. We need another clue, I guess, right? Expect, interact. One must present themselves at their best at all the time. The mirror is a little high for my stature, however. Alright. This is a book, interact here. It will be attending in a professional capacity, but it would have a very much like an invite of my own as a souvenir of my time in London. Alright. The formal invitation on one side, a blank on the other side. Alright. Interact. An article from the London Illustrated News. Oh my god. Interact. Item added to inventory. This is makeup remain a mystery to me, but judging by Mademoiselle Farquhar fashion sense, this must be a popular shade. What do we have here? One must be careful with such a delicate powder, a horrible mess it will cause, although it could come in useful. You mean fingerprint, right? It is me. It seems that Mademoiselle Farquhar should not a ding in the restaurant. She's an introvert. I am surprised Mademoiselle Fucker luggage made it this far without spilling with the amount of shit. But haha, funny. I'm not going out. Should I? Let's see. Oh, come on. This video is gonna be a little bit long. I don't know if I'm gonna make it for a 1 hour or less. It's 20 minutes already. The game is very slow. There's a lot of reading, a lot of investigation, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. These two interact a book. Reading an excellent way to distract oneself from the surrounding ocean. I've been reading this before. I've been in this place before, right?
I'm sorry, but it's just not acceptable.
I've apologized to the lady.
This guy is very
That makes everything
drunk.
all right.
It was an accident.
An accident that could have been avoided if you hadn't spent your morning.
Gentlemen, you are behaving like two young boys in the schoolyard.
It has to be ending here. Alright, interact with passenger. Is Mademoiselle Fucker aware?
As her knight in shining armor?
I wouldn't go as far as that. I think perhaps we have got off on the wrong foot. I'm Arthur Hastings.
She requested you to follow her to her...
Oh, yes, she did, but I wanted to...
Speak with the porter privately?
Well, I'm not a detective.
Then perhaps you will answer some questions that are vital to my...
What can I do for you?
Your work is in insurance. You wanted to speak with the porter alone.
When Florence, Miss Farquhar, told me that something had gone missing from her safe, I thought it must have been the porter.
How so?
I'd rather not say with him standing just there.
It is not I that controls the volume.
You must have noticed the smell of beer on his breath. I wouldn't put it past a man that drinks on the job to steal.
That is quite the accusation.
I wanted to...
Sorry for this mic, guys. It's very horrible microphone. I'm using very cheap product. You're gonna keep hearing a lot of noises, so sorry for that. I'm gonna change it soon if I made it good in this channel. Which is...
from a detective like yourself will...
As I thought, it had...
Alright, tell me more about your work.
I'm what some would call a middleman. I oversee the handling of recently sold items and put the buyer in contact with an...
The mention of insurance initially sparked my attention.
It was your work?
I would... Merci.
This really isn't...
You're into...
Alright. Where is the other guy? Can't you run or what? Alright. Alright. What is this? What's going on here? I have no reason to go there, so come on. I know. Keep going. There is another guy here. Interact.
Perhaps you and I can have a more
I'll tell you the same as I told your friend.
Intimidation is not my forte.
And it's...
That is what I am yet to conclude.
It is usual for one to consume alcohol while at work. How did you come to injure your hand?
I was in the cargo hold, cutting something with my knife, and it slipped. No harm done.
I'm not quite sure you understand what that means.
So now I am stupid and a drunk?
Do you have the knife in question on your person now?
I don't. He stole it and won't return it.
I'm not gonna play with two guys here. I'm gonna go to this guy here to see if he's going to give him his knife.
What can I do for you?
Monsieur, the pretty knife, may I see it? Alright, there is blood here. Evidence of blood. This must be what Monsieur Allard cut himself on. Alright. I guess there's 3 clues here. There's this. A standard handle for such a knife. Alright, what do we have here? The tip has been duly tooled, and there appear to be the slightest metallic flake still clinging. Alright. A cellular marlin spike with a foldable blade and a stained spike tip. We're gonna go back to that. Who's this? Mark.
Oui, monsieur.
It is usually for one to consume alcohol without word.
Who said anything about drink?
It does not take a detective to identify.
Maybe one.
Mark allows.
I shall let you return to your duty.
Alright, so we still have to speak with this guy, right?
What can I do for you?
No. I know.
You have been most helpful.
Alright, so we've done talking with these two guys, right? We're gonna go back to that room, to the cabin, do more investigations to find out who stole the cigarette case. Okay, it's charging, keep charging, dun 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 dun. Dum, 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 dum. Oh shit, this game is taking so long to charge. There you go. If you've been listening to me. This is Anastasia. She's a Russian.
Mademoiselle Babagnan. I'm sorry we must continue our conversation under the...
On the contrary, what fantastic.
Please walk me through your movements since our first meeting.
I'm afraid I've done very little actually. After we parted ways, I went to my cabin. I had barely unpacked and I was fast asleep on the bed.
Alone?
That is a rather personal question, don't... I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous.
There is no need to be nervous.
And then I was woken up by Florence's scream. I have never heard something
You have been most helpful, mademoiselle. I shall not take up any...
Alright, we've been done talking. We're gonna see Florence.
Mademoiselle
Okay.
Farquhar, I shall have your cigarette case returned to you before we reach the English coast.
I hope so, Detective.
Was the cigarette case insured? The newspaper article, the gala invitation.
Yes, I'm really quite excited about it.
You have been invited to a preview at the Royal Edward Gallery. Yes.
Will you be in attendance? It's actually one of the reasons that I have been in Belgium. I was lucky enough to have a sneak peek at some of the pieces on show. I'll also be writing a follow-up article on the success of it.
Lucky indeed. I am sure it will be a great...
Was the cigarette case insured?
Insured? Oh no, why would I have it insured?
Anything of substantial monetary value.
I'll stop you there, Detective. The cigarette case itself is hardly worth 2 pennies, but to me, it's
Has anyone been alone in your cabin?
Not for a second. At least not with my permission. You probably think this silly, naive woman has left her valuables out, or I've just misplaced them. But I assure you, that is not me.
It had not crossed my mind for even a moment.
You caught me, reading my own article. Thank you for saying that.
Merci, mademoiselle. That is...
So what's now? Oh. One must present himself at their best at all times. The mirror is a little high for my stature, however. Alright, I've been reading that before. That book, we cannot touch it. The case, we did use interact. What is this? Florence mascara? Florence powder? Oh, that's it. That's smart. Wait. So I cannot use something there, but I can use it here. We're gonna use the Florence powder case. see the fingerprint. Some would say it is rather rudimentary to take a fingerprint. I'd say quite ingenious. No sign of any fingerprint on this dial. I might be dealing with a professional thief. Perhaps the powder case. Alright. So we cannot use it there.
Huh.
There you go. These scratches must have been made by something sharp, a blade perhaps. So we're gonna have a fingerprint here. The light is catching part of a fingerprint. I do not have the appropriate tool with me, but I'm sure I can find a way to reveal the footprint. Yes, I have a powder. Where is it? The door. Wait, I'm gonna switch the view like this. We're gonna use the powder. Perhaps the powder case I found might be of some use. Some would say it is rather. Alright, can you fucking use it?
You found one, detective?
So did we found something or not?
Of course. What?
Look, who could have caused these scratches? Oh, the drunk man, probably. He's drunk, so... Currently, the only suspect I have for the scratch is the porter Mark. Why the porter? Owned a sailor knife, alcoholic. Got one hand. He have a knife. And he also an alcoholic. Looking at the condition of the door, it is locked. I cannot rule out of a drunken attempt to open it. So... Wait.
Of course.
Merci, mademoiselle.
What about Anastasia? What do we have?
You could ask me anything.
Why would allow me to the finger?
Am I to be used?
I would not dare compare.
The answer is yes, of course.
Alright, we're gonna see her fingerprints. And wait, how are you going to take the compare? Okay, the paper. That is not right. Come on now, concentrate off. No. Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. This is a good combination. That's not right. Come on now, concentrate. What? What should we do now? You mean the Florence mascara and the Florence mascara invitation? The thief know exactly how to keep their identity hidden. I must now take fingerprint sample for the others. Taking Mademoiselle Farquhar will allow me to compare the floppies. Alright, I'm gonna take her fingerprints too. That's fair enough.
Of course. Whatever you...
Merci, mademoiselle.
I'm gonna go to the other guys. Sasagio, Sasagio, Shinju Sasagio. Where is Mark? Here is Mark.
Oui.
What?
I shall let you return to your duties.
I want to take her fingerprints. Why you didn't let me take his fingerprints? This is not good. Let's try this guy. What's his name? Is Hastings.
What can I do for you?
Monsieur de Porter's knife. May I see it?
You have been most...
I cannot go to the other places, right? No, click on square. Ship evidence. Alright. View mind map. Who stole Fruno's cigarette? Mark. In the cargo hold. Cigarette case, Anastasia. Anastasia Babin. Right, Babin. Not Babanin, Babanin. Babanin. Mademoiselle Babanin says she was quick to lie her head to rest, although there is no proof of her claim. Of course. Florence. Insurance climbed. Okay, let's go.
Where is the sense in that?
Wait, no sign. Start linking. Stop linking. Start linking. No sign of temporary. No fingerprint on dial.
This will not get me any...
Alright, let me see. Florence frequent residents were on board. Thief know the code safe. No useful fingerprint or remain.
Come, my little grey cells.
What should I do right now? I'm lost. Drunken breaking.
Is there something I am not...
None of the suspect know Florence safe combination. Good.
Order and method. That is the way to solve the problem. The evidence suggests something else.
Oh, I'm just dumb. Come on. This with this, nothing. This.
Something just... I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth.
What, man? There is something I don't know here. I don't know what is it. I have to link too. Okay. Can't be these two, right? Can.
Come now. Think on what has already... Hot on the culprit's heels.
Finally, so... Alright. No useful fingerprint remained. A thief has been carefully to cover their track. This.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Alright. Although the suspect did not have the code to the safe, this is the chance that it was cracked open. Fair enough. So we still have something here too. Track covered. The safe was cracked.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
The thief attempt to fool me and cover their track only shows they know exactly what they were doing. Oh, so there's only this. Expect break-in, drunk break-in. I can confirm that the porter was nothing more than a scapegoat for the thief. The erratic scratches on the door lock were made to make me believe he was behind the thief.
The pieces of the puzzle
Objective
are finally
completed.
coming together.
My initial suspicion that the porter may have been the thief is beginning to waver. Will someone go to the length of framing him? Alright, let's gonna go back.
I must consider the suspects I have in front of me. He is keen to impress Mademoiselle Farquhar and claims that he was alone in his cabin working since. Mark Allard, the porter. Evidence suggests a rather amateur attempt to break into the safe, which in his intoxicated state would make... But it was just a ruse. The safe was opened quite masterfully, leaving only signs of a poorly attempted break-in. Mademoiselle Babagna, a new friend to Mademoiselle Farquhar, who appeared at a most... I cannot see a motive besides the obvious value of the cigarette case. But Mademoiselle Farquhar has made it quite clear the value is of a sentimental nature. Perhaps the best thing for me would be to return to my cabin to think. I fear my legs and perhaps even my evening meal will not last much longer amidst these waves.
Ah, detective. How goes the investigation?
A good detective, better yet, a great detective, will find motive, means, and opportunity.
She found it! Miss Babanian found it! Oh, thank heavens!
What?
I was on my way to speak with the captain when I saw something shining underneath one of those pipes.
Strange that it was not spotted earlier by any one of us while on the ship's deck.
Maybe the thief was scared and dumped it for fear of being caught red-handed.
Miss Babanian, Anastasia, you saved the day. And you, of course, detective.
I find Mademoiselle Babagna's explanation of finding the cigarette case rather coincidental. But without any definitive proof, I cannot suggest... The cigarette case has been returned and the coast is in sight, which is what is important. Although, there still remains a part of me that...
I suppose you can...
A victory for Mademoiselle Farquhar.
Well, if anyone asks, I'll confirm what a splendid job you did.
Very kind, monsieur. While we are on the matter of truth, Monsieur Arthur Hastings, you are here to oversee the transportation of the penitent Magdalene painting.
How on earth?
You are aware of my employment, but not of my true identity.
Wait, are you the official that I was supposed to have met on board?
Oui, monsieur. Please, accept my apologies for keeping my true identity hidden. When it comes to the nature of our work, trust...
A little unorthodox, but I
ship.
suppose I understand.
It continues to grow.
Well, we have a couple of weeks before the gala, so hopefully by then you'll...
One can hope.
Alright, so we finished the first chapter that called the prologue, the ship. So I'm gonna stop the video here, right, guys, until we continue the game and the other chapters.